right, check, check. We are live. So can you give me a sound check right quick, Melvina?
I'm Melvina Johnson.
Okay, your sound is coming in good. I'm going to turn myself up a little bit. Okay, that's a little bit better. Oh my goodness. Gotta be so close to the mic here. Well, it is what it is. Okay, so yeah, you told me that there's some interesting developments going on. And just to, wait, actually, before we get into that, let me first introduce you to our listeners. So why don't you tell our everybody who you are?
My name's Melvina Johnson. I'm a resident at Breukelen Houses in Brooklyn, and I am going around working with SECA, the Community for Independent Community Action. They're a nonprofit organization. They go around and they discuss Section 9 RMC with low income and moderate residents. We had 2 meetings at our Brookline Community Center, and for some odd reason, our president, our Tenant Association president, Vernell King, known as Angel, stopped the meetings. And we couldn't understand why. She would not allow the residents to come in sections and hold meetings for questions and answers from the committee.
Did she?
We've sent numerous letters to the councilmen, to the assembly, no response.
Does she have any? Does she give a reason? Just no response.
Her reason was disorderly and disorganized. We have an election coming up, a revote election coming up, which what we're discussing has nothing to do with the election.
Okay.
So
Well,
I don't know why she has banned us from the community center. We weren't disorderly, and we're definitely not disorganized.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are very organized. Actually, I just attended a community center meeting, and I'll tell you what
Yes,
personally I think is going on. You know what I mean? The thing is that at that meeting, she was very pro-trust. And the thing is that we
yes,
know that the NYCHA, administrators really want to have the trust in there. Now, the thing is, resident management uh, councils, that's something that I support, right? I want to give residents more control over their lives. But the thing is that the trust wants to keep it under the current NYCHA bureaucracy. They want to keep feeding off of the tenants and, scooching out the money. So I've been working with Sika for a long time. They're very, honorable group. We've done a lot of work together,
yes,
and I'm a fan of theirs. And I think they also have a similar position that they still want to save Section 9. They still want to save public housing funding, right? But they, and not slip it over to vouchers, which are actually a temporary solution, actually a trap. But the people in charge are trying to really push through their own agenda, which is really pushing Section 8. That's what I think is going on.
yeah. I also, because I don't understand. Mr. Allen, the councilman from Barron's office, stated that he would be at the meeting. If he wasn't there, Mr. Clay would be at the meeting that Angel held on January 21st. Neither gentleman attended the meeting. So they are looking to push the Section 8. The Tenant Association, if the president wants Section 8, fine. If there's tenants that want Section 8, fine. We just want to give them all the information that's out there for them to make a logical decision when it's time to vote.
Because okay,
And
now
we have been banned from doing that.
now earlier you said there's an election going on, but there's a couple things going
Yes,
on. Not There's one election going on where there's going to be election for the leadership of Brookline Houses, correct?
yes.
But
And
there's
I'm running for
another.
president.
Oh, who's running for president?
I'm also running for president.
Okay. But there's also, right, yeah, another vote that's happening where 20% of the residents will decide the future of public housing, Brookline Houses, just straight up, like moving to Section 8
Right.
or
We haven't
9 or whatever.
gotten that information as of yet. That hasn't
Yeah.
come to us as of
But
yet.
that's another,
That's
but
why
it's
it's so
coming.
urgent that we give out this information that we have.
Exactly. So that is actually quite important. So regardless, right? Yeah, actually, both parties should be working together. You know what I mean? Or
Yes.
independently, right, to the best of their ability, to really get this information out because it's quite critical to the future of Brookline Houses. So I am in agreement there,
Absolutely.
and I haven't seen Sika do anything dishonest or any reason to ban them. In fact, I've seen them as strong advocates for the community, and I would also endorse Sika being able to present at or Save Section 9 or RPPH. Those are also organizations I've worked with. They've all been fine so far, and I think they're good advocates. I think Sika works with other groups as well. Historically, so they're well known. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, Sika's cool. So look, anything else really? So when is this? The next thing's coming up is the actual election. When is that happening?
The next election will be February 9th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 715 East 105th Street for all Brookline residents.
Wow, that's
And
right
they
around the corner.
also can go online and use the website, the link that was sent to them. And by February 8th, they have to register to
Is
vote for February 9th.
is
They
there a
have to
place where they
register
can?
no later than February 8th.
Is there a place where they can really learn about all the candidates, not necessarily just yourself, but everybody who's running?
Well, basically, the candidates are soliciting on their own. They're
Okay,
putting up posters, in the supermarkets, going to buildings, signing up their material.
okay, I
I'm
understand.
knocking on doors because I've been here since 1956, and the tenants don't know me personally.
I
So
understand.
I'm knocking on doors, introducing myself, and letting them know that I am running, and if they can sign the petition for Section 9 RMC.
Oh wow. Well then we
Vote
should
yes for Section 9.
yeah, yeah, we should have some people come out for you then. You know what I mean? Let's see. Yeah, that's another thing. But if, there's a lot of groups that have been
Yeah.
working on towards this trust issue, and actually, there's some testimony you could see online where actually there was NYCHA had a hearing on the trust, and I think out of 99 voices spoke against the trust, and only one spoke for the trust. So you could see that you're not really
hmm
alone. This is actually system wide.
Right. We're not. We're not. When you go on the internet, you see various nonprofit organizations supporting Section 9. So we're not in this fight by ourselves.
Yeah, that's true. So, all right. So, what do you think? Are you guys able to maybe hold your meetings anywhere else? Maybe it's kind of cold outside.
Well,
Maybe if they don't let me have the community
it is
center.
very cold. I'm waiting for Miss Jenkins from CCC Church to contact us back to see if we can use their facilities to hold meetings. And I sent an email to Mrs. Lewis, Natalie Lewis, the director of the center, requesting if she can get in contact with Angel, because on the 21st, we requested to have a meeting on the 28th, and she just said, I'll get back to you. And I've been calling her ever since, and all I'm getting is her SMS notification, which means leave your phone number. She has not responded back to me as of yet.
Maybe they would let us have
And
meetings at a nearby mosque or a church, or maybe they would let us have the meetings at the at maybe in the lobby somewhere. Yeah, even if
well,
that's
the
just
nearest church to us is CCC, and I'm awaiting Miss Jenkins' call back. I've
okay.
been calling her every day, and Miss Green, all she could do is transfer me to her phone, and
Oh,
all I can do is leave a message. So
yeah.
it's up to the groups that I've contacted in the vicinity, because you have seniors here, disabled, and they're not able to really travel far.
I
So
understand.
we're trying to get a space within the community, and the church is very close, and we're hoping we'll get an answer by tomorrow, because we have to find out definitely by Wednesday whether or not we'll have the community center, or if we can use the church on Flatlands, and see. We just have to wait, because we're communicating, we're out there, and no one has responded back to us as of yet.
All right. Well, I'm glad to always host you as I can. If you have to, right, you might have to just do it in one of the lobbies of one of the buildings. You know what I mean?
I don't know if, safety issues, and I don't know if that's permitted, but we do have the Zoom calls, but we
Yeah.
cannot take that whole hour for Brookline Houses because you have other NYCHA developments on residents on the line. So it wouldn't be fair to them.
Well, with this the
But
imminent
we'll see
vote
what
coming up, this
happens.
is really
I mean,
critical. Yeah. I mean, not
yeah,
for the
yeah, the vote is
not just the
coming
election,
up,
but the
and we
vote for
need to
the
get this information out
yeah,
before the
Brookline
vote
Housing.
comes up. And it seems like she's trying to prevent us from doing that.
Yeah.
And it's not right. Being the president of the tenant association, you're supposed to be working for the residents,
Yeah.
not for the politicians.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. So I'm really glad to that you came on the program, and I would absolutely invite anybody else, who's running in any of the public housing, right? Yeah, communities to come on the program and talk about what's going on, and not really
Yes,
just in that, but just also like fighting the trust and also really understanding what's going on. Once again, DGL7 is a advocate for resident management, not just resident management, but resident ownership. Right? Yeah, you should have total. At least if it's management, it has to be like with ownership level control. Right? They can't just replace you
yeah.
as the manager. So you got to make sure of that. Right? You're the owner. You're not just another resident manager. So, all right. So cool. It's a pleasure
Okay.
to address this issue, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me on. I
Keep me in touch.
appreciate
God
it.
bless. Thank you.
I will. God bless.